Hey everyone, this is author Stephen W. Scott, and I just thought I'd give you a little bit of news and also go over some books I've read over the last few months. First of all, I scheduled another book signing at Barnes & Noble. I'll be in August. Also in July, I'll be at the Horror Convention in Oklahoma City. And in October, I'm going to be at the Horror Fest in Springfield, Missouri. I got invited to that one. And then another Horror Fest in November here in Tulsa, and possibly another one in Norman. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Oklahoma City was great for the GalaxyCon. I sold about $750 worth of books. And now I want to talk to you about some of the books that I have been reading over the last few months. I want to start with this one by Matthew Doggett. It's called The Scarecrow Massacre. Actually, it's a short story compendium. And just to give you an idea of what these stories are, there is The Scarecrow Massacre. I love that one because I really like scarecrows. And anyway, I just really enjoy Scarecrow stories. The Last Halloween, the Halloween Snowman, that was a really good one too. The Best Night of the Year, Halloween. Yes, a lot of Halloween themed things in here. Don't Lose Your Head, Surrounded by Death, Feeding Time, that was another good one. And we shopped at the Halloween store. And this is by Matthew Doggett. He's quickly becoming one of my favorite indie authors out there. And speaking of him, I love me a good zombie one. Here's his book, Undead Dawn. This is a zombie apocalypse thriller, and it takes place mostly in Phoenix, and the character's name is Cooper Kane, and of course it's a zombie apocalypse. This looks like the first of a series. I believe Doggett has a sequel coming out. I think it's coming out next week, if I'm not mistaken, so I can't wait to get this. I love me some zombie stuff. Maybe someday I'll write myself a zombie apocalypse. This is the most recent one I read, called The Terror of Willow Falls. Now, this one it's called an eye biter novel, and it's by Jay Bauer. I love this book. I give this one a strong 5 out of 5. A young boy it's in the late 80s, and a young boy has to move to someplace else with his parents, and there is a legend out there that's scaring people. He makes a couple of friends. He starts to wonder, does this one friend even exist? And it keeps you guessing. It's really good. I think the ending was a little rushed, I thought. And it was like a big info dump. But overall, I really like this book, and I highly recommend it. The Terror of Willow Falls, again, by Jay Bauer. I look forward to finding some more of his stuff. Now, my favorite one, though, of the last 3 or 4 months that I have read is this one. If I can get that right, Within the Woods. This is a great book by Tony Urban. I want to read some more of his stuff. Within the Woods, it has everything I wanted in it. It takes place in the 80s. A coming-of-age book for some young boys. And they're dealing with a terror that's out in the woods. One boy, his brother disappears and doesn't know where he is. He's stuck at home with his dad, who is not the best dad in the world. He tries, but he makes his mistakes. And his brother shows up again several weeks later, and he is not the same. And what I really liked about this one was I think it made a play on Invasion of the Body Snatchers, which was one of my favorite movies of all time. And again, if it takes place in the 80s, coming of age, you've got me hooked. And there was one scene in here when this one boy falls into a pool of, let's just say it, shit. And the way he describes it, I was just grossed out by this little section of a chapter. It just stuck with me so well. I actually emailed him and congratulated him for that. Anyway, check out any of those books. Also, remember, I have got 2 books out. This is my latest one, Do You Hear What I Hear? I also have The Demon Inside Me, but I sold out of those, so that's a good news. And if you do read my books, I hope you leave a nice review on Amazon or Goodreads. And remember, I hope you have some wonderful, terrible nightmares like I have.